Hey you guys, this is Lot Goosen from LWG Photo, and today we're going to have a look at how to add a little bit of light into your image, similar to this in the corner. So I feel it can give it a little bit more warmer and maybe a more romantic feel, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a duplicate layer, call it duplicate. You can also name it after your cat if you like, but duplicate will do fine. Cool. So we've made the duplicate. We're going to go down here to create a fill or an adjustment layer. So I'm just going to click on that thing and go all the way up to curves, and then on your curve line you can decide where you would like to add a little bit more light in your shadows, in the mids, or in the highlights. So I'm just going to grab it in the middle, so I'm going to just pull it up for the sake of the tutorial. So that would be, let's add a lot of light. There we go. And then I'm going to go here, hit Control Invert, or Control I, or Apple I, and then I'm going to go and select my paintbrush. Make sure that you're on the white layer over here, and then I'm going to keep my flow. I'm going to make my flow about 60, and then I'm just going to paint in a little bit of light where I would like the sun to hit, or where I would like to add a little bit more sun and light, or whatever it is you would like. Obviously this one's not going to be perfect, but it doesn't matter because it's for the sake of the tutorial. Alright, so that looks good. I think that looks nice. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Go back up to my curves. Just pull it up a little bit to add more light. There we go. Then I'm going to make my flow, maybe make it 50, make my brush size a little bit smaller. This. Oops. Control I. Always forget that. Actually quite important, otherwise it will not work. There we go. Just going to add a couple of streaks here for the sun. Rays just to fall right. That's it. That is very nice. Obviously you guys are going to do this a lot better than me. I'm trying to save a little bit of time just to make everything fit on the video. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go back to my curve and just bring it down slightly. And also on the previous one, just want to bring that down a tad just to keep it a little bit more neutral. And then I'm going to add another layer. Go back here again and do another curve. Pull this one up as well, just like so. Need to move that to the top. No, just leave it there, it's fine. And then Command I, Control I. Then I'm just going to change my brush size again and do exactly the same and paint in the light. Obviously I need my flow to be something different at this point in time. Okay, so there we go. So you need to add a little bit more detail here on the edges. You can do that by creating a mask and then just kind of putting that detail back, adding a bit of contrast, but we're not going to do that now. Cool, so that's it. And then obviously if I would like to add a little bit more, I just want to bring this down, it looks a little bit sketchy for me now, that's better. Okay, I would like to add a lens flare just to kind of add a little bit more to this picture. I think it would be nice to have a little bit of flare over here and maybe burn that out a little bit more. So we're going to go same tool, take it up to solid color, then we're going to select black, not white, black. You have to use black. You need to use the black one. And then you go to filter and render lens flare, and this is the one that I've used previously, so I'm going to use the same one. You can adjust the brightness as much as you would like. I'm just going to add a little bit like this. Whoopsie doopsie. That looks terrible. That's because it's not at the top. There we go. And then what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go to normal and change it to screen so that it actually falls over the rest of the image. And what we can do now, if you like, if this lens flare is a little bit too much, you can always go in filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and then just kind of, you know, change it to whatever setting you would like it to be. So I like to kind of blur it out a little bit. So I'm going to leave it like this, and there we go. Obviously these ones you can still go ahead and change afterward if you like. If you don't want to, if you want to leave them the way they are, that's also fine, but this is more or less how you do it, and it's an easy way to get it done. Yeah, fantastic. Lekker man. Just want to add a little bit more of my my thingy that we lost there. So this one. There we go. Very nice. And happiness. There we go. Hope it helps. Talk to you guys soon. See you on the group. Ciao.